Yo, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another Pittsburgh Steelers video. So, today I am just sharing my reactions and my thoughts on this Pittsburgh Steelers 2024 53-man roster. So, it is that time, guys. Like I said before in my last Steelers video, the 2024-2025 season is just around the corner. I can't wait, despite that my Steelers team is going through a rebuild process. So I just gotta say this team is probably gonna suck again, once again, because we have Mike Tomlin. Ugh. Why is he still our head coach? We're gonna have him for a couple more years, basically. So just want to share my thoughts and reactions to this 53-man roster. A lot of people are saying that these are surprised because there's certain players that they expected to make the 53-man roster, but instead they got cut or got signed to the practice squad, basically. But getting into this video, I'm just gonna go down from offense to defense. So I got a little confused right here. As you can see, it says Kyle Allen, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. So I thought for a fact that Kyle Allen actually, I actually thought Kyle Allen actually out quarterbacked Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. And people are like, that's just a troll, or it's by alphabetical order or something like that. So basically, Russell Wilson will be our starting quarterback. My thoughts on that. I'm not really surprised, to be honest, because Russell Wilson, he's a veteran. I would say this to all you Seahawks fans, because you guys had Russell Wilson back in the days, and Russell Wilson was a pretty good quarterback. But people are saying, oh, ever since he's been playing for Denver, he's been past his prime. But Russell Wilson, he can still play, but people are saying that Russell Wilson is like a injury protocol. He always mostly he gets hurt. But Russell Wilson, no surprise there that he's gonna be our starting quarterback, obviously because he's a vet. But Russell Wilson, despite him being on the Seahawks and the Broncos, I actually was a fan of him. I like Russell Wilson. He's pretty good, but the only issue is that I don't know. I mean, he's a vet, but I mean, there's a saying that he gets injured a lot. But that will do it for Russell Wilson. I could see Russell Wilson get the start, and then maybe they give Justin Fields some reps. But talking about Justin Fields, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not really a big fan of Justin Fields. I just don't like his play style. But just give him a chance. You never know, because one quarterback could do well on one team, one quarterback can just do horrible on another. And Justin Fields, I mean, he did okay in Chicago, but I just didn't really. I'm not a big fan of his play style. But Justin Fields is going to be our number two quarterback if Russell Wilson gets hurt. And then our third string quarterback is Kyle Allen, which I've seen a little bit of gameplay from him. I've seen a little videos of him during preseason. He's not bad, I guess, but still, he's still got to prove himself that he could be a future starter for this team. So that would do it for the quarterback situation. So going into the running back situation, so I think many Steeler fans talked about this, saying that they rather see Jaylen Warren start instead of Najee Harris. But once again, Najee Harris will be our starting running back, followed by Jaylen Warren, and followed by Cordell Patterson, who I've seen a couple videos, not bad either. But I just feel like Jaylen Warren could be our starting running back, and Steeler fans said I could totally agree with me, because Najee Harris. The thing with Najee Harris is, Steelers, you know what I'm about to say. Najee Harris is basically, he has that issue where the holes are there. The offensive lineman can give openings for Najee Harris, but instead of going into the holes, he just dances around and he just hesitates. Steeler fans, you know what I mean. You've seen this issue with Najee Harris throughout the years. The hole is there. He just doesn't capitalize. He just goes around, dance. It's the issue. But Jaylen Warren, he can find the openings. But people are Steeler fans are saying Jalen Warren should be the starting quarterback. I mean, excuse me, the starting running back. But Najee Harris, he could have gotten better or something. I don't know, but we have to hope that Najee Harris doesn't fucking dance around in the pocket trying to find openings where it's right in his fucking face, right in his fucking face. But then Jalen Warren, second string running back, and then Corell Patterson is our third string running back. So that will do it. So it's gonna be interesting to see Najee Harris with Russell Wilson to see if that combo, that combination, and we have to see if it works. You know. All right. So talking about the offensive line. So offensive line, we picked up some great players. We picked up some pretty good pickups from the draft, such as Troy Fatu, which he's pretty good. He's a beast. I wasn't even surprised that Troy made it to the 53-man roster. Um, we have Spencer Anderson, James Daniel. Like I said before, we picked up Troy Fatu, who's a right guard or left guard, I don't remember. We got Zach Fraser, Roderick Jones. That's great that he's starting, but I'm not sure if he can do the right tackle. I know that some people are saying that, oh, he's a left tackle, not a right tackle, but yet Mike Tomlin put him in for a right tackle, and he got destroyed. Roderick Jones, I like to see more of Roderick Jones. We got Ryan McCollum. We got Mason McCormick, who I really think can make an impact on this offensive line. I've seen this guy play. I think he's great. We got Dan Moore Jr. and we got Isaac Simalo, who's great as well. So offensive line looks pretty good. Obviously throughout the years we had problems with our offensive line. It just can't do anything. The amount of times when we had Kenny Pickett, it just couldn't get the ball off. Offensive line couldn't protect Kenny Pickett, causing an injury to Kenny Pickett. That's horrible. But that's our offensive line. I'm interested to see if this offensive line can protect Russell Wilson or great. I mean, it has done it. They have done it in the past, giving holes for Najee Harris to run by into. So we have to see what this offensive line has in store for us. Moving on to the tight ends position. So there's no brainer that Pat Fryermuth is our starting tight end right there. Pat Fryermuth, I love him. He's been with us, and just that, Fryermuth is a beast. I love him. No doubt that he was going to be our starter. And we got Michael Pruitt and Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington, I loved this pick before. This guy is a blocking tight end, I believe, so he's pretty good. So I believe this is Darnell Washington's second year with the Steelers. My memory is absolute garbage, so I apologize, guys. But I almost said Pat McAfee, sorry. Pat Fryermuth is our starting tight end. No, not really. Like I said, I'm not really surprised by that. And I can definitely see Darnell Washington be our starting tight end once Pat Fryermuth is gone or whatever when he retires, but that's gonna be a long time. Tight end and fullback, Connor Hayward. I love Connor Hayward. He can probably take the tight end position. He is basically a fullback and a tight end, so that's pretty nice. And then the wide receivers, man, it's just been a crazy ride at the wide receiver positions because we had a lot of different weapons at the wide receiver position. Like, obviously, we got rid of, Juju Smith-Schuster. We almost was thinking of bringing back Juju Smith-Schuster. But like always, George Pickens, who's an absolute stud. I love George Pickens. George Pickens is a starting wide receiver. No doubt about that. We got Calvin Austin III, Van Jefferson, Scotty Millers, and Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson, we have to see what he is about because Roman Wilson, we did draft him, I believe. But like I said, a lot of the receivers that we had actually left. So George Pickens is definitely number one receiver. Roman Wilson, I love the guy. I seen him play. He can bring the stuff to the table. We just have to see that. We just have to see if that's the case. And Calvin Austin third. I love this guy. He got to get some reps. And Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller. So that's our wide receiving core. And that will do it for the offense. So just want to do this video quick, guys. But let me talk about the defense because the defense has been struggling throughout the years. Defense, they just been getting smashed by yardages throughout the games. Defensive line, we got Montravis Adams, we got Kenneth Bennett, we got Big Cam, who's probably gonna just play a couple of years. I think Cameron Hayward is getting old. Cameron Hayward, he's definitely gonna be a captain again. We got DeMarvin Leal, who's great. Logan Lee, Isaac Lundermilk, Dean Lovery, and Larry Ogunjobi, who's great. I love Larry Ogunjobi. He's awesome. So, talking about the linebacker, I like this linebacker core, except Patrick Queen though. Patrick Queen, man, look, I was hyped that he signed with us, but this guy is reaching his prime. He's not in his prime anymore. That's what I meant to say. We got Nick Herbert, who's been making a huge impact on defense. I love Nick Herbert. Nate Herbert actually is done for the season, so Nick Herbert, is great. I love the kid. He had a huge impact last season for us. Alex Highsmith, he's great as well. Made a huge impact. He's a great player. Glad to have him in the black and gold. We got Tyler Metcalvick, who's great. Patrick Queen, like I said, he's getting old. He's just getting just killed out there on defense. Like I don't know what to say about Patrick Queen. So I mean, and oh my God, don't get me started with who's that douchebag on defense that just keeps getting I don't remember. I don't see his name, so hopefully he didn't even make the 53-man roster. So and we got Elton Roberts, Mark Robinson, and we got the man himself, DJ Watt. DJ Watt, man, oh my God. Like, oh, I can't wait to see him once again in action. DJ Watt is definitely that player that can, he broke a he could break a record. I remember he broke a record, almost tied for most sacks. He's got to beat that record. And we got Peyton Wilson, the linebacker. But I want DJ Watt to break the sacking record. But we have to see what happens. Defensive backs, we got Beanie Bishop Jr., we got Deshaun Elliott, we got Jalen Elliott, we got Minka Fitzpatrick, we got Dante Jackson and we got Damon Tate Kaz, Miles Kelbrook, Joey Porter Jr. I just want to talk about Joey Porter Jr. I understand that last year was his rookie season, and basically Joey Porter Jr. He's great. I mean, that's the thing that Steelers fans want is Mike Tomlin to put this kid in, and I believe he's getting a start. I'm not sure, but man, last season he had a lot of, I think it was an interference calls or something like that, and people are like, "Oh, give it a break. I'll let it slide." They will understand Joey Porter Jr. was a rookie. But hopefully this is his second year. Hopefully he learned from his mistakes and actually just does involve those interference calls. But Joey Porter Jr. is great. I love him. We got Darius Rush, Corey Trice Jr. These guys, man, and it's great to see that there's some new faces. But the question is, can they keep up with the newer the other team's offense? That's just the thing because the defense struggled. I know some games the defense struggled. Some games it just where if the defense are just out there with their heads cut off or something. But specialists, obviously, kicker is Chris Boswell, like always. Like no surprise there, he's our go-to. Punter is Cameron Johnston. I honestly don't know who the fuck that is, but I mean, my memory is horrible. Long snapper is Christian Colts. So that's pretty much this is the initial 53 man roster. So I'm not even sure if the 53 monster is set. So this is actually the 53 and three. This is the 53 man roster. Now set. Here's a breakdown of your 2024 Steelers. Yeah. I thought maybe this was just like something to go on. But honestly, in my own opinion, it's a great 53 man roster. Familiar faces, great to see them back. Wide receiver core, George Pickens got to put his team on his back. Obviously Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin the third. We see if Scotty Miller can step up and Van Jefferson. Like I said, it's a great squad, but like always, Mike Tomlin. You know how Mike Tomlin runs. This is a rebuilding phase for us right now, and I'm not gonna come on here and say that this team is gonna win the Super Bowl. No, no, no. We have a long fucking way until we win a fucking another Super Bowl. Like, not. I'm just telling you guys. As long as Mike Tomlin is our head coach, we're not fucking winning another Super Bowl. I'm sorry. This team just can't. They're just not a playoff team, and this is our rebuilding years right now. We're in a current. This Steelers team is currently in a rebuilding state right now. They're rebuilding. They're trying to find that championship team. But right now, this team, I'm sorry to say it, as a Steelers fan, this is not a championship team. This is just a team that doesn't know what they're doing. Sometimes they know what they're doing, and they're just trying to find that championship team for the future. And hopefully, Mike Tomlin is out of the fuck out of there. Hopefully, because like I said, you're not gonna win a championship with Mike Tomlin as the head coach. Speaking of our offensive coordinator, who we had so many issues in the past with, trying to find the right offensive coordinator. On top of Randy Fitchner and Matt Canada, who's both have been an absolute disaster. People are saying that they hated Todd Haley. Um, but the question is Arthur Smith able to do something about this offense? Is Arthur Smith the one offensive coordinator that can put this offense on his back? Or are we just going to see another Matt Canada, Randy Fichtner 2.0 in Arthur Smith? So we have to see what happens. This offensive coordinators in the past have just been doing the same plays, shotgun after shotgun plays. It's ridiculous. And ever since Randy Fichtner left, I actually thought Matt Canada was the answer, but no, he was worse. I don't even know. I think Matt Canada, to be honest, was worse than Randy Fichtner. I can't tell. They both were trash, but I just pray to God that Arthur Smith is actually better. Um, but we have to see what happens. But overall, if I had to give this 53 man roster a rating out of 10, probably a 7, probably, or 8, or 7 or 8, let's say, out of 10. Um, but anyways, not gonna talk too much about the 53 man roster. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steel. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe. Check out this channel as well. I got some of my Steelers recap videos from last year. If you want to go check those out. I'll definitely be doing recap videos this year as well as this season. So I can't wait. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steel. I'm getting out of here. I will be putting out a video on my 2024-2025 Steelers schedule predictions. So I'll be predicting the scheduling and the record and stuff like that soon. So basically, this is the 53 monster reactions and 53 man roster reactions and thoughts. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I am out of here. See you later.